We're just going to make one cap, which we're just going to start using only 19 stitches, and this is going to be the main cap, and this is going to be on the border. You know that this combination of black and red is my all-time favorite color, and I just love to use it. In this cap that we need only 19 stitches. Like you must have seen me using this two color in so many of my work, and this is just one more. So let's start it how to do this. We're going to use this two size, you know, that for to make this, because this is a bit thicker type of wool. This is called crystal, you know, that 6 ply, but it's a big thicker one, so that's the reason I'm really going for this. So we just you know that for this we need only 19 stitches. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19, and we're done with this. So what we really do this is from the very beginning. 1 2 3, yarn over 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 1 2 3, yarn over. In total we increase on 6. So from back side of it, what we really do this is we really just knit. It's after that 2 purl and 2 knit, 2 purl and 2 knit, 2 purl and 2 knit. We just continue knitting like this the entire. To knit, 2 purl, and at the end of this needle we just knit 2. Beginning it's a 2 purl, 2 knit after that. Now first we just increase it when there is 3. Now we are going to increase 1 stitch when there's 4 stitches, but we do this from back side. Okay, we knit it, and then when there is hole, that you just on that same hole we just increase every time. To knit and yarn. This series yarn over, it's only from the back side, because we really have to purl it. That is the reason we have to. But when it is the last row stitches on our needle, we just bring this yarn and this yarn. Now this is our 4th row, so we knit 1 and then 3 purl. Knit remains constant 2, but 3 purl now. So we continue like this, knit 2, purl 3, continue like this the entire needle. At the end of the needle, 2 stitch, 2 purl in the beginning. Now we're going to knit 1, 2, 3 knit and yarn over and purl it, 2 purl, then knit 3, yarn over and purl, 1, 2, knit 3. All you really just do this, the same thing, repeat this entire needle. At the end of it, you just bring it and yarn over and knit. Knit first. Now it's a 4 purl instead of 3. You know that in the row, earlier row that we just had 3, it will just keep increasing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knit, it's a constant, 2 knit and 4 purl. Again, in this starting, it's just 2 purl, 1, 2, 3, 4, and yarn over and purl 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over and purl 2. So as you really just have seen it, that we keep increasing 6 stitches on every front row. We'll just do so until we get our desired number, which is 80. Ultimately, we'll just have only that over 80, but we'll just adjust that last 5 stitches on our border. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over and knit 1 last stitches. See? Again, we're at the back row. Knit 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purl and knit 2. Repeat this entire row. 3, 4, 5. Last 2 knit. At this point we have 43 stitches. See, we just started with 19 only, so we just kept increasing 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's more than double stitches in our hand. So now it's time for us to start our pattern. As usual, we just need to this like this, and you know that what we really do this is take it this 3 and 1, 2 knit. It's a small cable knit. Again, yarn over and purl. Take 3, knit 2, put it back on the needle and knit this. Yarn over, purl 2. Do this on this entire, you know, that knit part. From back side it's just 2 knit. From front side it's a 3 knit. This is the beginning of this pattern making, so this imbalances. This is our last pattern. Put it back, knit 3, bring the yarn and yarn over. Now we knit the front. So this time we're just going to pole 6. And knit 2. Knit remains constant. Pole has been increasing, you know that ever since that we started it with 2, now it's really become 6. It will increase up to this, you know, that 9, and then it will just it's a continuation of pole 6 and knit 2. We just continue knitting it. Now we're just going to make our pattern. Now it's a 2 pole and 7 knit, but no pattern, not until we have 12 stitches. When I say the 12 stitches on it, from here to now 2, 4, 6, 8 and 9, we must have 12 stitches before we just make another pattern here, and from this to this part. If you just see this, that we have 9 stitches from here to here, 9 and 11. We total need 13 stitches in this particular. For this pattern, 9 stitches is required, and we have 9 stitches, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 9. You know that we just have 9, but we're still going to increase 3 more stitches so that you really can knit this pole, you know, that I call this highlighter, which is just going to highlight our pattern very well. And this hole is also a part of our cap, you know, that it just adds the charms, the beauty of our cap too. So let's continue increasing, you know, that on that part. So let's knit 9, yarn over and pole 2, again knit 9, 2. And we are at the end of our needle. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Because we need only 9 knit for this, we're just going to knit this from now on. It's a pole one from back side of it. So 2 knit and then 9 pole. 2 knit and 1 more knit, and then 9 purl. We just repeat this pattern this entire row. Before we have been knitting only 2 knit. Now from this row onwards we're just knitting 3 and 9 purl. Now for the first time we are going to make it, that with 9 stitches cable knit. This 5 we picked and 4 we knit, 3 and 4. One, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It's a purl, and just bring this back, and this again yarn over and purl 2. Again pick 5, take it in your hand and knit 4, put it back on your needle, 1 2 3 4 5, and knit it. Two, 3, 4. It's a 9 stitches cable. Front 4 on the front, 5 on the front, 4 on the back. We just do this on this cable knit and this entire cap, which is 7.5 inch, only 3 times. This is first, this is second, and last, before we really just end our and here we come at the end of our needle. This is how it really looks like. Now we need 3 and 9 purl. One, 2, 3, 4 and 9 purl. Now we have purl on both sides of this pattern. Earlier we have only one side, you know that, as well as in the beginning phase, but now this force knit means that we have highlighter. I just regard this as highlighter on both sides of our pattern, and so that at that point the pattern looks even more better and beautiful. And we come at the end of our needle. At this point we have all the stitches we need for this pattern and for this cap also, but we still increase our knitting it instead of purling it. So I'm just correcting it. We need only this 2 parts. Still we just increase it so that we retain our this holes, you know, that in our cap. And so next round we'll just, I told you that what to do with this excess stitches which now we have just 1 2 3 stitches, so we need 9 ball on this side for the pattern that, you know, that neat, which was neat in the front. 1 2 3 4 5 on each center, that this becomes 5 from now on. And the pole is just 9. And the knit is 5. And the next row I tell you that what to do with that X. You must be doing, we need this 2 pole and this 2 pole. We have excess this, you know, that the center pole is excess one, and that is why we just need to just reduce it from now on. And every row or every time we just increase it, we also just need to decrease it. But regardless, you know, that whether we really need to increase or decrease, we just got to knit it and keep it here also. This is for the beauty of the cap. We're just keeping it or maybe increasing it on every row. I said that we need only 2 pole here and 2 pole here. We have this one, excess one. We know this one is excess one, but that does not mean that we just stop increasing, because we need this hole also on our cap. This is not just this pattern, you know, that cable knit pattern, which is big one, not just this pattern. This is also a part of pattern in our cap. So let's see how we really manage this one. We just, it's a 2 pole and 9 knit, and we knit 1 this, and after that we pull 2 together. Again it goes back and we just yarn over and pull twice. What you really need to understand that we just increase this because we need this hole in our cap, and we're just going to get it. Even then we really enough sufficient stitches on our needle, but at the same time we need to increase it. This we really do this on every time. We just see this, you know, that we just pull 2 together, yarn goes back and pull again, and we continue knitting just like this until that our length of the cap becomes 7 inch. When we're at the end of the needle, it's instead of yarn going out backward, we just yarn over and knit it. So when the length of it, you know that length of it becomes 6.5, it's almost 6.5, we just make our third. You know that this is first one, this is second cable, and our third cable. Cable making process is not that hard. It's the same thing, you know, that like we did this before. 5 and we need 4. We put it back this stitches on the needle and then knit it. It's a 5 stitches. When we really just knit it, we just knit purl 1 and then knit 2 together. Purl 1 and this is going to be our last one on the needle. 2, 3, 4, putting it back on the needle. It's a 3 knit and 9 purl. You know this by this time. Here we're just going to knit 5. This is our last row also. When it really comes to it, just the back row, we're using this red color. From next we're just going to change the yarn. Here at this point that we're just going to clip it, you know that, and we're going to join our black yarn for this because it's time to knit border for this cap. Now at this time, if you really just measure it, it is like 7. This is 7.5 inch. This size is good enough for adults as well as children. So we're just going to using this red to make the border. At this, you know that in the very beginning we just need this as it is just before. This is the first round. Like we just need this and other thing that from next row only we're going to change our pattern for border. Just like this, you know, we're just knitting it as if you are knitting this wrist part of the cap. You know that this cutting, our making holes has not ended it. You know that from the front row we just do this, or when you really just add, you know, that black yarn, we just knit it just like usual, as if you are just about to make another pattern in the next round. Making cable knit, one step, one row before this border is just going to make our not so tight enough on our just forehead. The reason behind this, that cable knit not mixing up with border knitting is the reason. And here we're at this end of our needle. We have at this very moment 85 stitches on our needle. We need only 80. So what we're just going to do this is reduce it from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For that I'm just going to knit this 2 as 1, 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 and leave it. We are just going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how we just balance, that balancing on this. And from this point onwards we need garter stitch here. 1, 2. And this is where we just knit 2 together. Garter stitch is one of the most easiest, that, and it looks very beautiful in a cap like this. We are going to knit it until that we really make it 5-1. At the 5 rows, it has to end of that cap. Now let's count this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78 and 80. It's exactly 80 stitches on our needle. The beauty of that garter stitches, it looks same from the both side because we need same from the both side. Four rows already gone. All we really have to do this one more rows to end it, and our cap will be finished. Here is the 4 rows, that are border for 4 rows, and we'll just get our 5th rows when you really cast off. Let's do this. One, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Just tuck it and end it. Clip it. And here is our cap ready. And all we really have to do this is join it. Let's join it. Make it join here. What we're just going to do this is picking it up. These are the things that which is marked by when we really casted our stitch, if you really can remember. That is the reason we just pick almost the same number we just cast it, which is 19. Sometimes one up and down is will be, you'll just see this, but that's not the big issue. Picking it up is not that hard and fast, not that hard. Let's leave it just like this and join it from here. We'll just see later what to do with this. Black, you know that seeing is not easy, but still I'll just try, hope you will just see it. You know that it's first one we just make this when we really cast it off. Now we really pick this one. One of the best part of garter stitch is just picking it up. We're just going to hide it, and normally it's not so easy to see when it's a black color. You can clip it, or you can do this 2 more times. Just do the same thing with this red yarn also, but in this case I will go up instead of this side one. Just like this, we also just hide this one because there is, I see some hole here, although this is the pattern. Okay, I really don't need to worry about that hole. Once it is just done, that it's easier for us to same thing I will do to this black yarn also, yarn tail. And here is this, the last one. We'll just go up, 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 and here is just our cap is ready. See, and this is so beautiful.